Hello, and welcome to the Daily Movie Critics. You're here with Manny, aka The Misfits for Life. I'm gonna just start off by saying, if you add me on Twitter and you're a porn site, please do not. I'm going to be starting a week called Not My Cup of Tea Week. Pretty much what that means is I'm going to be reviewing a movie that I didn't like, wasn't my cup of tea, and I'm going to review it to you guys, saying you can go check it out if you want, but in my opinion, I did not like it. So let's get started, shall we? Now, the movie I'm going to be reviewing this week, I feel like everyone is talking about it. I mean, everyone. 2012, not 2012. The movie everyone's raving about. Except for me. Well, that's what it feels like. Everywhere I turn. Oh man, did you watch that movie 2012? Yeah? What are you talking about? 2012 was directed by Ronald Emmerich, also the director of 10,000 BC and The Day After Tomorrow. It stars John Cusack from Identity and 16 Candles as Jackson Curtis, and Amanda Peet from Saving Silverman as Katie Curtis. So this is pretty much the lowdown of the movie. We start off with Jackson Curtis. We learn that he's a writer and he divorced his wife, Katie Curtis. Or she divorced him. We find out that they got divorced because he wasn't spending enough time with his kids, always on his cell phone, blah, 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 blah. And then we go back to this guy named Aiden, he's a scientist or something like that, and he figures out that the end of the world is coming soon, like in a couple of days. He tells the White House, and they start freaking out. We go back to Jackson Curtis. He's taking his kids on a camping trip, but they get interrupted because the U.S. Army comes and they force them off the land because it's a secured land, because they know the world's gonna end, but they're not telling anyone. Aiden is there with the army. He tells Mr. Curtis what a big fan he is. He's been reading his one book for a while, and he really enjoyed it. He makes sure that Mr. Curtis and his kids get home safely. That's pretty much it. Back to Kate. She's with her new boyfriend. She's been dating him for a while after that she broke up with Jackson. They're picking some stuff at the supermarket, and a giant crack goes through the whole supermarket. They think it's an earthquake, but it's really the beginning of the end of the world. While all of this is happening, the White House is preparing a flight for the chosen people to go to the new land when, the end of the world comes. Jackson finds out about this, and he has to get there. He has to save his family. And that's pretty much the plot. This movie is full of corniness. I mean, the effects are alright. I'll give you the effects, okay? They were pretty good effects, but I mean, corny dialogue, it didn't add up. Ugh. Let's start out with the acting. The acting was alright. I mean, John Cusack and Amanda Peet did fine. I mean, it was simple acting for a simple, action, thriller, romance. Because, of course, romance. Because why in the end of the world wouldn't you fall in love with someone? I mean, instead of thinking about survival, you're thinking about love. The effects were alright, I just told you that. I mean, it wasn't a horrible movie, but it was so full of, cliched things and corny jokes that I couldn't take it seriously. I wanted a serious movie about the end of the world. If you're gonna make a movie about something real, whether you think it's gonna be real, whether you think it's gonna happen, whether you think it's not, I want to see something real. I want to see something serious. Not something where corny jokes happen, love, romance, crap gets in between. No. I want to see something real. I want to see something that could actually happen. Not like crazy adventure, family fun. No, I don't want to see that. Whoa. Calm down, Manny. Check out this movie. It wasn't for me, but it might be for you. You might like it. Don't take anything personal if you do like it in this video. It's just based on my opinion. And that's pretty much it. And that was a review of the day. Okay, this section of the video is called Mo Manny, officially called Mo Manny. It's a little section of video where I talk about anything I'd like, anything I'm gonna be doing, blogs, Twitter, or links I want you guys to check out. This week I only have a couple things to say. I want to remind you guys of my Twitter. Check me out if you'd like. And I kind of want to tell you guys about two websites, well, a podcast and a website and a podcast. The first one is the Dark Hours Podcast. It's lowercase d, uppercase ARK, and then Hours Podcast. Link right here. Check them out on iTunes. Great stuff they got there. So if you're a horror fan and you like podcasts, this is the podcast for you. Another website / podcast I want you guys to check out is the cadaverlabpodcast.com. This is a link to the website. They have a great forum. Check it out if you'd like. Post some stuff. I'm horror fan for life there. And their podcast is great. It's on iTunes as well. Just type in Cadaver Lab Podcast. Really great guys over there too. That's pretty much it for this week. Have a great weekend, guys. Check me out next Friday, but also check out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Subscribe to the Daily Movie Critics. Subscribe to me. Twitter me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm out. Peace. Boom.